you know, sometimes people, well, they just make mistakes. And I made one because I watched Amityville Cult. Last week, I think I watched a movie called Amityville Moon or something, and I didn't think it could get much worse. I was wrong, and I'll admit that. I was definitely wrong. It gets worse. Amityville Cult is directed by Trey Murphy. I almost said Tex Murphy, like the old 90s FMV game. That would have been better. So the movie follows Stanley DeFeo, and I know DeFeo is the original person from the Amityville history. I don't know, the real guy was a DeFeo. Or there's DeFeos. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep saying DeFeo. Anyways, I recognize the name, it's related to Amityville. So in the movie, Stanley DeFeo ends up inheriting his estranged grandmother's mansion, and when he gets there, he wanders around for a while, then finds this journal and reads, and then we get flashbacks, and some hijinks ensue, and I sound exhausted, because I don't know what I thought I was gonna get going into this. Like, I didn't have very high expectations, but mother of God. So, I'm sorry if you worked on this movie. There's not much positives I have to say here. Like, I think the best thing about this movie is that if you were hanging out with a bunch of friends, you could riff on it pretty good. Otherwise, there ain't nothing here. I'm sorry. The sound design is unbelievably bad, amateur, awful.
And I'll look through the records and see if we find anything on the home.
Sure, absolutely. Some sleep would probably do you some good too. Yeah, no, I am exhausted.
Just a mishmash of stock sounds that repeat, and it's noticeable they repeat. And that's not even the bad stuff. We're talking about microphones, switching in between conversations, cutting out, sounds randomly stopping, microphones kicking on.
Then he managed to make a place for himself in the very spot you just inherited.
Just a complete lack of understanding of how to do any sort of sound mix. It's extremely amateur to a level that is like, and I think I saw that they had a budget of like $7,000, and that's nothing, okay? But if you give me $7,000, the sound isn't gonna sound like this. It's gonna sound fine. I'm not asking for like the master 7.1 Dolby surround. I don't need 7.1. I'm good with 1.0 surround. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm okay with it. But what we have here is just awful. And so I would say the acting is bad, but you can't tell because the lines are bad, the sound is bad, the shots are bad. So what is an actor supposed to do? I can't really say. You know, maybe the acting's not good either. It's hard to tell, I guess is my point. The look is bad. The look is bad, guys. It cuts between shots with the color grade being completely different. Sometimes we have like a weird different camera that maybe is like a cell phone or something. It feels completely different. It's just, there's no lighting in a lot of stuff. Stuff's blown out. It's just not good. There's no thought put into transitions. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. That was a great transition. Half the time, stuff just kind of fades out to black, randomly comes back in. It's just, transitions are hard, especially a lot of times people don't think about them when they're going to jump into making something, but they're extremely important and need to be thought of when you want to go from one scene to the other, how to naturally end or transition into another scene. And just fading to black all the time, it's not good. It's just not. It has its moments, but not like 20 times in a movie. There's also this stock whispering sound that might be in like 7.1 surround because it sounded good, but it also reminded me of like ASMR, which I just hate. and it was just all encompassing. This guy's like mouth noise in my ears, 7.1 up in my ears, and I hated every moment of it. It's not really on the filmmaker. I get that, it's a personal thing, but it really grinded my gears. Wasn't a fan. We do these flashback scenes, and they're trying to like establish who the antagonist, bad guy of the movie is, and I wonder if it's the creepy guy. I wonder, do you think this is the bad guy? And during these flashback scenes, I don't know what fucking year it's supposed to be, like 1950s, 30s, I don't know, but you see like in background shots and shit, like a 2019 Ford Bronco and shit like that. So it's like, why do low budget movies ever think about doing a period piece? It requires a budget to get the right looking props and locations and all that stuff. It never comes out feeling authentic. Half the time they're shooting digitally. Well, no, not half the time. 99% of the time we're shooting digitally on like some DSLRs, or maybe you have like an Alexa or something decent, like you have a Red, but you're still shooting digitally. It doesn't give you that film look. And if you don't know how to deal with that in post to not make it look so sharp and digital, it doesn't work for like, period piece stuff. It takes you right out of the time period you're trying to pull somebody into. So they're doing this flashback thing. They have $7,000 and they're like, let's go back to the 1950s or 60s or 40s, and we'll walk on the street, and in the reflection of the windows you can see the 2017 Ford Corsica. Is that even a car? I don't even know what that's a fucking car. But anyway, I gotta stop watching these movies. I gotta stop. I saw the cover and I fell for it. It's like, you can't get worse than the Amityville Moon. Can't get worse than that. Well, yeah. The lady cuts her neck. This is a spoiler. I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna watch this. The lady cuts her neck with the wrong side of the knife in a very slow shot. It's not like a quick cut where it's like, oh yeah. No, it's like, oh yeah. You're using the wrong side of the knife. You wouldn't be able to cut your neck, which is probably a good thing. Shouldn't be using like a real knife around your neck like that. Anyways, in a movie, you should have a prop that can't hurt somebody with. And finally, I guess, there's tons of moments of just like wandering around, walking. They'll show us a dead animal with maggots. And I think it was an animal, but there's like 5 maggots. And I'm like, that's scary? That's supposed to be scary? Then they'll show you a random doll and they're like, you scared yet? I'm like, no, I'm not scared yet. I don't know what it means. I don't know why. And when the guy shows up at this mansion and he inherited, it's like all decorated for like fucking Halloween and shit outside. Wouldn't you be like, what? Who did all the decorations? I thought it was, I guess maybe she died while decorating and that's why he inherited it. I don't know. All right. That's it. I feel bad. I do feel bad. I hate doing this. I should start if I don't like a movie like this, I guess I should just not do a video on it. Because I don't want Trey Murphy to come and be like, yo, I spent a lot of time on this. You're a dick. And I'll be like, yeah, I know I'm a dick. I'm sorry. I guess, Trey, go watch one of my short films and be a dick about it, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. All right, I'm out of here. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Hey guys, it's Chris. I know some of you already have a heads up over the others because you've already liked the video and subscribed to the channel. To me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps us out. Catch you here later, guys. Goodbye.